Hello everybody, so today we're going to be tier listing every single perk from worst to best. Now I just want to say that this is my opinion, because for some reason I don't think people understand that it's my opinion. I don't know how clear I need to make it, but yes, this is my opinion. And also, we're not going to be putting the BO4 perks on here, because this tier list doesn't have BO4 perks on here. And let's be honest, who really cares about the BO4 perks anyway? But I will probably do its own separate tier list or ranking video for the BO4 perks. So for those that like them, don't worry, I will do a video on them in the future. But yeah, this is just the World at War to BO3 perks. So let's begin, I guess. So here we are on the ranking tier list, whatever. So we have Speed Cola, Quick Revive, Tombstone, Mule Kick, Juggernog, Vulture, Widow's Wine, Double Tap 2, Deadshot Daiquiri, Electric Cherry, Stamina Up, Who's Who, PhD Flopper, and the original Double Tap. So we're going to be doing two things. So the first thing is we're going to be ranking them in order of release, and also we're only going to be putting 4 on God tier, because I feel like I'd probably put all of them except for a few on God tier. So I feel like we're only going to be putting 4 on God tier. So let's start off with order of release. So Quick Revive, which came out in Verrucht, and that's going to be at God tier, obviously. Now I am a solo player, so obviously Quick Revive helps out a lot. So you get 3 revives, and you know, you can come back from the dead. So for someone obviously on solo where you don't have anybody else to revive you, it helps a lot. And yeah, Quick Revive is a very nice perk, and it's very cheap as well. It's only, I think, 500. I can't remember. I haven't played zombies, specifically World at War, BO1, BO2, or BO3 in a long time. Like, I've been playing a lot of BO4, which doesn't have Quick Revive. Well, it does, has the self-revive feature, but that's a bit different. But yeah, I think it's 500, and then it's 1,500 for co-op. And for co-op, it works differently. You can revive your teammates faster, which is obviously a great thing as well, and an essential thing too. So I think Quick Revive is definitely an essential perk, and I think it deserves to go in at God tier. I don't think anyone can really hate Quick Revive, and yeah, I think it's a very good perk. So let's move on. So the next one is going to be Juggernog, and Juggernog is going to go right there. I'm just joking, okay? It's going at God tier. Obviously, I don't think I even need to explain why it goes in God tier, but I guess I will. So it gives you extra health, and it's pretty important. So it also came out in Verrucht, my favourite map of all time, and it's been, I'm pretty sure, in every map since, apart from in BO4 where they got rid of it, but they still actually have it technically, because in BO4 you have more health than you normally did. So basically it's in the game, inbuilt into the game, but we'll leave that for another time. Okay, we'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, Juggernog, what do I say? It deserves to come in there. So next one is going to be Speed Cola, and to be honest, it's going right next to it on God tier. Honestly, Speed Cola is an essential perk. It makes you reload faster. Specifically, it really helps with the big fat LMG weapons. But even with any weapon, it's really good. And you know, it's a bit pricey, 3,000, but you know, that's not that bad, okay, let's be honest. It's a cool perk, and yeah, I love the perk jingle as well, and I don't know, Speed Color is just a really important, great perk, and deserves to come in at God tier. Now, I think you guys can probably see what I mean when I said I'm only going to be putting 4 at God tier, because I've already put the first 3 up on God tier, but anyway, let's move on to Double Tap 1, which was also introduced in Verrucht, and this one is going to go right there. It is fucking trash. Now, Double Tap 1 basically works in a way where it would only make you fire faster, which is pretty bad because you're going to go through your bullets like nothing. And for a game that doesn't have any gobblegums or elixirs where you can get, you know, alchemical, what's it called? Is it called alchemical antithesis? Is that what it's called? I'm pretty sure it is. And also the max ammo one as well. You know, if you don't have those gobblegums, you know, you don't have gobblegums or elixirs in World at War, so you're going to eat through your ammo like nothing. Specifically, if it's not a wall weapon, like a wonder weapon, like the ray gun or the Wonderwaff, it just sucks, okay? It's not good, and it's still on other games as well. I think it's on Black Ops 1, 2, and it just sucks. It's fucking trash. It's a waste of points, like, honestly. It's just not very good. Don't buy it, okay? You just eat through your ammo like nothing. It doesn't upgrade your ammo like it does with the second version, which was introduced in Black Ops 2, I believe. But yeah, Double Tap 1, fucking awful. Worst perk that's ever been introduced. It's terrible. Don't buy it ever, kids. It's trash. So anyway, let's move on to the next perk. So the next perk was actually PhD, which was introduced in Ascension. And yeah, it's going to go right in at great. So PhD, basically, you know, it gave you basically you were invincible to grenades, the Mustang and Sally's, rocket launchers, basically anything that was explosive. I can't remember what the word is, but yeah, you didn't have any explosive damage, so it was really cool. And also you could dolphin dive as well and make a huge explosion. It was just a fun perk to use, and it sucks that it's never come back. I know we have a variant of it in Black Ops 4 called PhD Slider, but it's not the same. PhD was such an awesome perk, and it was actually featured in Black Ops 2 in Origins, and also it was on Die Rise, but you couldn't actually get it, and it was also on Mob of the Dead and Blood of the Dead, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, you can't get them in those maps. Actually, you can on Mob of the Dead on Grief, but that's Grief. It's not an actual map, I guess. But yeah, PhD is a good perk, and it definitely deserves to go in at great, in my opinion. It's one of the best perks you've ever had. So let's move on to Stamina Up, which was also introduced in Ascension, and honestly, it's going to sit right next to PhD. It makes you run faster, and that's pretty much it. It's really good. So let's move on to the next one. So what was introduced next? I believe it was Deadshot with Call of the Dead. Now, Deadshot, it's a bit of a weird perk, because it's either one of these two. I feel like, to be honest, I'm going to put Deadshot probably right there. I think are good. I don't think it deserves to be okay, and it definitely doesn't deserve to be bad. Deadshot is probably one of the most underrated perks ever, because something that Deadshot does, which is really important and really cool, is the fact that it shortens your crosshairs, meaning that you can actually shoot your shots and have better aiming, I guess, without hip firing, and it's such a cool thing. And it just really goes unnoticed, honestly. Deadshot is one of the most underrated perks in existence. It is so good. But it's also, you know, it's not that great, though. Like, I would rather take something like Widow's Wine, PhD, Stamina Up over it any day. But I think, honestly, whenever I get, you know, Deadshot out of, like, what's it called? I can't remember. What's the gobblegum where you get a free perk? It's like, I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, when you get one out of a free perk or get it out of the Wonder Fizz, I always go for it because it's such a good one. It's just such a good perk, honestly. And yeah, also it makes you, you know, snap onto the heads of the zombies. So that's pretty cool as well. So if you're a headshot kind of person, that's pretty cool for you. I've never been about headshots. I've always seen people go on about how many headshots they get in zombies and stuff. I don't know, I never got it. I guess for camo challenges, but this was more like BO1, BO2, and I don't know. But anyway, I think Deadshot was a really cool perk, and it was a really nice whatever, it was cool. It was nice that it was added into zombies. I can't speak. But anyway, let's move on. So next perk was Shangri-La didn't feature a perk, but Moon did, and it was Mule Kick. And yeah, Mule Kick is okay. It's not bad. It's okay. Okay, so the best thing that Mule Kick did is it gave you a third weapon. But the worst thing it did is you get rid of that weapon when you die. And I think, to be honest, a way to fix Mule Kick is if when you die you have a limited time to get the perk back. And then in that limited time you can save your weapon. Because let's say if it's, you know, the Ray Gun Mark II, or the staffs, or something awesome, like a really cool wonder weapon, or just like a cool weapon in general, and then you don't get it, and, you know, you die. I just feel like that sucks, and it's definitely the worst thing about that perk. Don't get me wrong, free weapons is awesome, that's so fun, but just the dying thing, it just sucks, like, honestly. But I think the best thing for Mule Kick is just get a third weapon that's trash, like maybe like a shitty wall weapon or something, or just a weapon that's not very good, so it doesn't matter if you lose it, but it's a nice addition. I don't know. I don't really know. Mule Kick's okay. It's not bad. It doesn't deserve to be one of the worst perks. It definitely is not that great, but I don't think it deserves to be bad. It's not on the level of Double Tap 1. Okay, that is fucking awful. But yeah, Mule Kick's, it's okay. It's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. And also it's really expensive as well, like 4,000 points. But yeah, let's move on. So next perk that was introduced was Double Tap 2, and I believe that was with Transit. So yeah, Double Tap 2 is going up at great. So Double Tap 2, you shoot faster, but you don't shoot as fast. But also your bullet is basically 2 bullets in one almost, so you have double damage, which is amazing, and it is really great. So yeah, it deserves to come in at great, and it's so much better than the the original double tap. Oh god, that's fucking terrible. But yeah, let's move on. So next perk was Tombstone. So Tombstone, I'll be honest, I'm gonna put it at okay. I don't think it's terrible, but it's not that great. So something that, what basically Tombstone did, for those who don't know, is when you would die, you would have a tombstone, and then you could basically go to your tombstone and collect it. I don't remember if Tombstone had a time limit on how long you could get your stuff, and then if it went in that time limit, you would never get your stuff back. I can't remember because I'm a solo player, so I don't really remember much about Tombstone. But one thing I do remember is the jingle, and that's why I put it not a bad, because that jingle, the classic Tombstone jingle, is amazing. But yeah, I don't know, I don't think it's bad, but it's definitely not great. It's not as good as Mule Kick. I'd say Mule Kick is better by far, but I don't know, I don't think it's the worst perk. A lot of people say it's the worst thing in the existence of zombies. I really don't think it is. But yeah, the fact that you can get your weapons back after you die was such a cool thing. And yes, it wasn't executed great, but I think it was a really cool and really nice addition to zombies. It sucks it was only featured once. I think really, if there was any perk that should come back and be featured in a cool way, in a new, better, updated version, it should be Tombstone. I would love to see Tombstone come back, and especially that jingle. I love that jingle. Classic Tombstone jingle. So, yeah, anyway. And if we were ranking this on jingles, yes, it would come at number 1. Well, actually, PhD would, but it would come second. So, let's move on. So, the next perk that was introduced was Who's Who with Die Rise. Yeah, bad. It's not great, okay. So, Who's Who, you die. It's ironically kind of similar to Tombstone. You die, and you spawn, but you have a pistol, an M1911, and you have to revive yourself. It was like quick revive, but shit, and it just sucked. Like, it wasn't great at all, and yeah, it's fucking awful. Okay, I never really liked Who's Who. I don't even know how much points it is. I don't really care, to be honest. The jingle was nice. I like the jingle, but it's terrible. It was a cool idea, but it was just executed horribly wrong. And especially on a map like Die Rise, you know, why Die Rise out of all the maps? The map where you could fall off a ledge and then you have to run around the entire map just to get back to where you were. Like, I don't understand. If it was on a map like, I guess, maybe Mob of the Dead or Origins, maybe it could have worked better. Maybe a map where there was more transport, but fucking hell. Like, God, that was a terrible perk. Next up is Electric Cherry, which, honestly, Electric Cherry is going to go right at God tier for me. Come on, Electric Cherry is my favourite perk of all time. Not too sure why, it just is. I like the electric thing. I don't know, it's cool. And basically the way it works is when you reload, an electric burst goes out, and then it stuns the zombies. I thought that was cool. I don't know, I really like it. And yeah, it comes at God tier for me. It's my favourite perk. I'm not too sure why, it just is. But yeah, it goes there. So next up is Vulture. So Vulture is gonna go at great. Come on, Vulture is amazing. So the way Vulture works is you can see all the perks, which isn't too great for someone that's played a lot. I guess for when you start out, it's okay. But I think for someone that's played the map a lot like me, I already know where all the perks are and stuff, so it's not that useful. Maybe if it was a map where the perks changed every time, like for example Zetsubo, where the perks are different every time, that would be cool. But I don't know, just for a map where the perks stay in the same place, isn't too great, to be honest. But it's nice to find where the mystery box is. Like, I'll give it that, to be honest. But the other thing, which is really the best thing about it, is the fact that when you kill zombies, they drop like points and stuff, and they also drop like this green like gas which you stand in, and it's like a monkey bomb, and they'll go away. It's a really cool perk, really unique and nice idea, and yeah, it's one of the best perks of all time. So the last perk that we have is Widow's Wine. It's gonna go right there next to honestly, I'd probably put it there, but I'm going by the 4 perks rule. So yeah, it's gonna go a great. So Widow's Wine is basically, I guess, like Electric Cherry. You get hit and then you make like this spider web thing, and then it basically traps the zombies in the webs, and then they die, and you get a new grenade as well. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, I know I said only 4 perks, but fucking hell, Widow's Wine is amazing. You can literally swap out Juggernog for Widow's Wine. It is that good, okay? But yeah, Widow's Wine is fantastic. It's a fantastic perk, and it's only featured on, I think, all of the BO3 maps apart from the Giant, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Widow's Wine is amazing. It's a flipping good perk, okay? And you also get, I can't remember, you get a knife, that's it, the green knife, which could knife zombies faster, and also it deals more damage. It was really cool. So yes, that is my tier ranking list, whatever you want to say, on the perks. Do you agree with me? There'll be someone out there that probably doesn't. But yeah, I think that's a decent ranking. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I like that. So at bad, we've got Double Tap 1 and Who's Who. Fucking dreadful. Stay away from those as much as you can. Okay, it's going to be Mule Kick and Tombstone. They're alright, but they could be a lot better. Good is Deadshot. It's a really good perk. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. And then great is obviously I keep reading Flopper PhD. I don't know why they put it the wrong way around. PhD Flopper, Stamina Up, Double Tap 2, and Volt Trade. Really good perks, in my opinion. Don't deserve to be God tier. Well, some of them, well, PhD does, okay. But I'm going by the rule of only 5, I guess, perks now. And then God tier is Quick Revive, Juggernog, Speed Cola, Electric Cherry, and Widow's Wine. The first 3 essential perks. Widow's Wine is a really cool perk too, and Electric Cherry is just a personal thing. But yeah, that's my ranking. Let me know what you think down below. What's your ranking? You could go do this and then send it to me or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Also follow me on Twitter, which I don't actually use. Instagram, again, which I don't use. Discord, which I'm hardly ever on, which I am going to be changing soon. More updates coming to that soon. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.